Hi Bafito. I'm back Bafito again. So Ramaphosa hasn't sent the South African government and Ramaphosa hasn't sent any delegation to Washington to go and beg Trump and explain to Trump administration on the expropriation bill and the NHI and all the policies of South Africa. They should maybe explain the whole constitution, sit them down in the White House and explain, because apparently South Africa is registered in America, somewhere in America as a company. So maybe they're going to their bosses, they're supposed to go to their shareholders and explain what's happening. But there's an article here written by Hope Mzansi. It says timing is not ideal. Vincent Magwenya explains why SA hasn't sent a delegation to Washington. Vincent Magwenya, spokesperson of the president, has clarified the government's stance on relations with the United States, US, confirming that no official delegation has been sent to Washington to mend ties. But AfriForum has been there. DA apparently went there. So it's only the government, official government, that hasn't gone to the US. In an interview on Newsroom Africa, Magwenya emphasized that the government remains committed to building a mutual beneficial relationship with the US, but stressed that the timing for such a delegation is not ideal at the moment. Magwenya stated, "Unfortunately, there is no delegation that has been dispatched by the president nor by the government. This follows recent reports claiming South Africa had sent a delegation to US to improve diplomatic relations with the US President Donald Trump administration." Magwenya pointed out that vacancies within the Trump administration, particularly in positions related to African affairs, make it unfavorable time for such visits. Yeah, and the White House, I heard that the White House is not ready to meet you guys. They're not ready to meet you, so they will stood you up, they will stand you up there. Magwenya pointed out that the vacancies within Trump administration, particularly in positions related to African affairs, make it unfavorable time for such visit. There are still vacancies within the Trump administration in the areas of decision making influence that will normally interface with us, Magwenya explained. He also expressed concern about the absence of engagement with the US, stating that while the government remains open to discussions, rushing to send a delegation when they will not be able to meet their counterparts and hold meaningful discussion will be counterproductive at this stage and will be a waste of taxpayers' money, guys. Please don't waste our money as taxpayers. Uh, Moreover, when the delegation is eventually sent, Magwenya emphasized that it will be a high-level delegation involving ministers from various sectors, particularly those dealing with trade and diplomacy. Moreover, Magwenya dismissed speculation about former International Relations Minister Naledi Panda's visit to Washington, stating, "I'm not aware of the former ministers being present in Washington in a capacity that will be representative of the government." Then if she is not aware, he's not aware, then it's not happening. Magwenya also addressed concerns over the influence of groups like AfriForum and Solidarity in the US, saying the South African government is not worried by such efforts. Why are they not worried? When the president does send a delegation to Washington, it will be a high-level delegation from all parties represented within the GNU, he said. Regarding future engagement, Magwenya expressed confidence that President Cyril Ramaphosa and US President Trump will meet at the appropriate time, noting there will be discussions at higher level of leadership from both countries. With respect to what we continue to see as a strategic relationship between the US and South Africa. On a broader global scale, Magwenya reaffirmed South Africa's position regarding its long-standing relationship with Russia and ongoing efforts to reset ties with the US. They want to play both sides, want to be friends with both US and South Africans. Government, they don't understand, man. US and Russia are enemies, guys. So you cannot be friends with both. Come on. Doesn't make sense, man. Oh, you wanna take secret information from this side and give it to this side. Come on, guys. You wanna play both sides, and you're not even a superpower. You're just South Africa, another country. We need to be realistic about ourselves, guys, and our strengths and our po- position. On a broader global scale, Makwenya reaffirmed South Africa's position regarding its long-standing relationship with Russia and ongoing efforts to reset ties with Russia. We have our own bilateral relationship with Russia, he said, while reinstating South Africa's diplomatic effort to rebuild relationship with the US using backdoor channels. Hmm? South Africa is preparing to welcome Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on April 10, 2025. Makwenya highlighted that the visit is part of President Ramaphosa's ongoing effort to mediate peace between Russia and Ukraine. It's a war that will never be won militarily. Negotiation must be inclusive, Makwenya said, reaffirming South Africa's commitment to dialogue and peace. That's what bothers me the most about Ramaphosa and the ANC currently. They went to ICJ to go and fight the wars of Palestinian wars, bruh, while we have our own wars, Tina. Many people in South Africa are dying like we're in a war zone. There's high unemployment. Like South Africa is in a crisis on its own, but you have the city to and time to go and mend in superpower politics. Both Ukraine and Russia are more powerful than South Africa. They can solve their problems, or England and Europe can solve their problems. That's what I'm saying. Even the Middle East can solve their problems. They in a stronger position than Africa. But you guys wanna mend in their positions, wanna mend in their businesses, forgetting that we have our own problems in Africa. You can't even solve a conflict here in DRC. Man, Ramaphosa, man, stop, man, stop doing things that are not in your power, man. You're not that powerful. The ANC is not that powerful. South Africa is not that powerful, guys. We need to first solve our own problems. Then we can be able to go and assist other people. Not go out there and solve out the problem while our at home there's crisis, there's problems all over, guys. Come on, let's be realistic now. This is your boss Mtembile Wafetu. This is your channel, Mzansi Political Journal. I'm out. See you in the next one.